So get out a piece of paper and write this down, okay? So, expressions and equations. How can we tell them apart? Well, equations have an equal sign. Expressions do not. No equal sign. That's the first thing. The next thing is if expressions have denominators, then we get an LCD, lowest common denominator, and we keep the denominator. If the equation has a lowest common, or has a denominator, then we want to get an LCM, and we use it to get rid of the denominator. Now, an LCD and an LCM are the exact same thing. There is absolutely no difference. The only difference is in how we use it. Whether we're using it to keep the denominator or whether we're using it to get rid of the denominator. And I believe I'm the only one in the world that calls this one an LCM for the equations. Because many years ago my students were having so much trouble keeping in mind when do I keep it and when do I get rid of that denominator, and they were always getting mixed up. And so I thought I have to come up with something that will allow us to help give us some clue as to what we're doing with it. So this is lowest common multiple because we're going to multiply it with all of our terms to get rid of our denominators. So just remember, it's the exact same thing, we're just using it differently. But it will help you remember when to do what. Okay? Our answer for equations is always x equals some number. Our answer for expressions is never x equals some number. Never, never, never. And expressions we simplify, equations we solve. So don't be saying that I'm going to solve something when we're talking about an expression, okay? This word simplify goes with expressions. So if you're telling me you are solving something, I am not expecting to see an expression. I'm expecting to see an equation. So make sure that you get these different things that goes with each of these in your mind and think about it so that you know the difference between expressions and equations.